The story of Sash Simpson, an orphan found on the streets of South India who became one of Toronto's top chefs, is the subject of a new documentary called Born Hungry.
My life was like a puzzle with missing pieces, and to put it together, I had to go back to India. I would like to know the real story, like what happened. You know, was I really abandoned? I don't know. I would like to find that out.
So the documentary follows Sash's hardships as a homeless child in India, eating from garbage bins before ultimately being adopted by a Canadian family, and then his life changed forever. Barry Averich directed the documentary. He's with me this morning, along with Sash. Great to have you both here in studio.
Great to be here. Thanks. Great to be here.
Sash, I'm going to start with you. In this documentary, first of all, you get to do what a lot of people who've got missing pieces in their background want to do, which is go back and find some answers. So you go to India. You take us to a shelter. You take us to the garbage bin. What was it like reliving some of those memories? And had you forgotten things that came to light once you got there?
Well, reliving wasn't good, and
it can be very re-traumatizing.
Well, flashbacks, and
yeah.
which I didn't want. And one of the reasons I didn't want to go back to India because of those reasons, because India wasn't good to me at a young stage, and you know, reliving when I was shooting, it was just different, and memories were coming back, and you know, knowing that I was from there, and understanding that this is your place, this is where you were born, and this is where you were raised, and at a young stage, and doing what I was doing, and just reliving everything back.
How did you process that, and then where did you land once you sort of went through the motions of that?
Listen, you processing of what been through, of what I've been through, and I pinch myself where it is now. And for me, it's just and the journey that hasn't ended yet.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Adoption stories are really interesting and intricate because you're dealing with things that you didn't know about and find out about as an adult, and then having to process and reconcile with the life that you live now, which is very different. Yeah.
Eating at a garbage can and feeding people now and running a restaurant, totally different, right? And never in my wildest dream, living in the streets of India and talking to you right now, how everything folded for me. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing that you're sharing with us in this documentary. Barry, how did you come to know of Sash's story?
A good friend of mine, Jay Hennick, who I'd made the film Made You Look with, who's not in the film business, but seems to have this brilliant nose for stories.
Yeah.
And he had pitched it to me, and I wandered into Sash's restaurant one day and sat down and fell in love with it and his story, fell in love with him and the story. And I immediately said to him, we're going back to India. And it was COVID. He goes, not yet. You know, so we waited a bit and off we went back. I think with this journey to find to find his family and ultimately find himself, and one of the most sort of epic and intimate films I've ever made, shooting in India was extraordinary.
Priyanka Chopra has come on as one of the producers of this documentary. How did that come to be?
She was someone that I thought of from day one in terms of guidance, in terms of storytelling, the culture. And we literally reached out to Priyanka in a cold call and said, you know, I want you to look at some of the footage that we're shooting. I want you to read Sash's story and let me know if you're interested. I'm not looking for merely a celebrity name attached to a film. I want someone that's going to help craft the story with us and understand the journey. And she came on immediately and has been an amazing partner.
Sash, back to your story and your story of once you land here in Canada. You were 8 when your adoptive parents, Sandra and Lloyd Simpson, adopted you. You joined this large family of 30 siblings. What were your early memories like of being here?
Listen, when I got the second chance of being adopted and came to Canada, and I found out the lady who owns the orphanage has adopted me, I was so happy. Yeah. And the fact that I walked through the door, there were 12 other kids that I saw. I go, what is this? You know, we were all different from different countries. And knowing that I had Chinese brothers and Vietnamese sisters and Korean sisters, it was just a blend of the global, right? So it was, for me, I was like back right at home, meaning in India. And so it was...
What do they think of this documentary? Have they seen it?
Oh, they have.
And what do they think?
They love it. They you know, they said, wow. And, you know, my family has a lot to do with in the movie itself, you know, with my sisters being in on it and talking about me and saying some good stuff, which is,
Must have been amazing.
But it's been good. It's Pretty good.
I appreciate you both coming in today. It is truly an incredible story and such a privilege to talk to you firsthand, and
Thank
Barry,
you.
to have you here as well.
Thank you.
You can watch Born Hungry at the Hot Docs Festival in Toronto on Friday, and for more details, you'll find those at hotdocs.ca.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.